Hi guys, thanks for watching out there. Andy here in West Wales, UK, with today's main astrological movements. A look at the charts on Wednesday, the 28th of March 2018. And these are interesting times. We're not far from our second full moon of the month. Another blue moon, 2 blue moons so far. It's going to have been in 2018. Today we start with the moon in Leo. That's about to change actually. Now at 2:54 a.m. Pacific, 5:54 a.m. Eastern and 10:54 a.m. here in UK. And at the moment we're UTC or GMT +1 because we're on our daylight saving time now. The moon goes void in Leo. And then the void continues until 7:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Eastern and 15:30 here in UK when the moon enters Virgo. And then the situation changes, you know, the general influences of things change quite a lot. We move from the out there razzmatazz of Leo, and I know not every Leo feels like that, but we move away from that basic thing of needing to be exposed and needing to be seen doing what we do, to a much more reserved kind of influence under Virgo, where people want us to be careful to get things right, and we want to be careful to get things right. It's easy to be self-critical under a Virgo moon. No, don't let that happen. Don't let that win. It's a valuable human thing that we criticise ourselves and wonder if we've got things right. But it's not totally helpful all the time to be like that. That's just occasionally it's good to look into that. So don't let that grow out of control. The moon at this moment is 86.9% full, coming up to 100% full on the 31st. And that is going to be that blue moon. That's at 5:36 a.m. Pacific, 8:36 a.m. Eastern and 13:36 in UK. And that is in the sign of Libra. And the first full moon of March was also in the sign of Libra. Interesting. So things have changed, but probably not that much. You never know. This is the great thing of astrology. Everything is individual. It all depends who you are, what you're going through, what your situation is, and what your needs are. Your kind of, you could say your intellectual needs, your cosmic needs. I don't know, but basically what needs to be going on in your mind that isn't yet. There are lots of teachers around on the internet particularly who like to tell us what we should be doing with our minds and how their minds are much better than ours because they're clever. Well, I'm sure they are, but we're clever as well. We just don't shout about it quite so much. That's what I reckon. Now then, also in the stars today, right, the moon is trining Venus. So balanced interactions are the order of the day. Everything should be moving towards harmony if it's not in harmony already. So that is good. There's a definite feel-good factor as well with the moon trining Venus, and public events tend to be positive. That could change as we go into the void, of course, so be careful. But we've got the first few hours of today in the UK to get around that, or to get through that, I should say, before it happens. Public events, generally speaking, where people come together are positive, but you might have to be a bit more positive than usual yourself to get others to feel that positive. That's just the way it goes. The Sun is square Saturn at the moment, has been for a while. Leaders facing setbacks. Well, I think they could do with some setbacks. Some of our leaders get well, not just a little bit, rather a lot above themselves, and a setback shows them what's what. So, you know, that's for leaders. They may have to accept losses. Actually, we might all have to accept some loss today. It's the nature of the way things are going. There are delays about, there are obstacles about, so it's time to be patient, really, and it's not a great time for starting off new projects, especially with this void coming up. Now, there is a lot of energy around the full moon, but that's up to you. You've got to kind of decide. I wouldn't really honestly launch anything much after the new moon. If you're going to launch something, if you're absolutely ready, this is a good time to go for it. If you're not, just hold your horses, keep your powder dry and wait a bit because things are going to change. Mercury is square Saturn. Now Mercury is retrograde at the moment, so this is kind of a bit, could be one way, could be the other way. Basically there's likely to be restrictions, delays and cuts in anything coming from government or management. Restrictions actually around just about anything we do. Possibly. Not definitely. I mean, gosh, don't ever just stay in bed because it's Mercury retrograde. That is the wrong attitude, honestly. Keep out there, keep doing things. Things are going to be cool. Just be patient. It's not a good time for starting a new project when the Sun is square Saturn. When Mercury is square Saturn. Oh dear. Right, yeah. So Mercury, which is retrograde, is square Saturn. Chiron is going to square Vesta today at 13:44 Pacific, 16:44 Eastern, 21:44, 16 minutes to 10 tonight here in UK. Chiron squaring Vesta. Now tomorrow Mercury is going to trine the North Node, and Mercury being retrograde, that could feel pretty bad. I'm not saying it is, you know, they're not really bad conditions, but it's the opposite of a feel-good factor when that happens, because the North Node is kind of your plans, your visions, your future, where you want to go now, not just now actually, but your life plan, where your life plan has been taking you, and where your life plan is going to take you, and everything you believe about that, all tied up in the North Node. And retrograde Mercury is going to trine the North Node tomorrow. And although a trine is a nice positive alignment, when it's a trine with a retrograde, ooh, I don't know. So watch out for that. You've got to keep your confidence up and believe in yourself, and be no harm in doing some groundwork for that today. Really, there wouldn't. Okay, let's take a look at the physics, the laws of physics, and spaceweather.com tells me that the solar wind speed right now, 443.9 kilometers a second, 3.0 the proton density. Now that is down quite a bit and a lot calmer than a couple of days ago, but we have been sitting in this stream of quite powerful solar wind for 5 days now, so things are changing. Interesting, because it's been 5 days since I lost the use of my iPhone. I really think that's playing into a lot of the electronic frustrations that we're seeing at the moment, much more than Mercury retrograde, which is probably playing into them as well, but there you go. Also, the Chinese space station is about to disintegrate. It'll be somewhere between the morning of the 31st of March and the morning of the 2nd of April this year, so not long now. Basically, it's going to break up more or less at the extremes of its orbit. I don't know how it happens exactly, but we all hear about things and astronauts worrying about burning up on re-entry. I think the general idea is that this space station, which weighs rather a lot actually, I think they said 8 tons actually, that's not much for a space station, is it? But it's enough, and it's going to break up in the sky sometime between 31st of March and the 2nd of April. While I'm on about the 31st of March, right, that is going to be Hydesville Day. I am a spiritualist, I'm a medium, I really celebrate Hydesville Day because it's the beginning of modern spiritualism. So I'm going to get a video going about that if I can. These take hours to upload at the moment, but I'm always ready to make another one. I always like being in touch with you guys, so I'll say it again. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone who's liked and subscribed. You really make this worth doing, guys. It's great to reach out around the world and meet people. Mimi, hello to you. My friend in Canada, whose name I don't know. I think if you're really going through it at the moment, aren't you? I know, but well, when things seem hopeless, they usually aren't. That's all I'm going to say. Never give up, basically. And that's good advice for everyone, and me as well. Never give up. Okay, another quick drink of tea. And now I'm going to walk round the back of the tablet, say, keep it real, keep it out there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Have a great day. Bye-bye.